Tuesday afternoon, time for the Big Favour, and of course, World Diabetes Day coming up on the 14th of November. Val Opperman, welcome to East Coast Radio.
Thank you. Nice to be here, Damon.
You are a type 1, which means you're insulin dependent, you're a diabetic, and you've been a diabetic for 30 years. Tell us what happened. How did you realize you were diabetic?
Damon, I've always been a big sports person. I've always did sport at school, always very slim, very active, very, very busy in my life. And I just gradually, over a period of probably 2 months, started getting sick and sweating a lot, getting up in the night, which at my age, 19 in those days, was very young to be getting up in the middle of the night, going to the bathroom, drinking as much as in those days there was Mellow Yellow, which was a 2-litre cool drink, and I would drink one of those in 20 minutes. And I was just had this insatiable thirst, and you're losing a lot of weight. Eventually I became almost at the stage of being anorexic in my appearance, and at 40 kilograms I decided that this is ridiculous, because I was eating but I just had no energy. I could not even run anymore, which was one of my pastimes, as well as swimming and all the sports. And I went to the doctor and I said to him that I was getting up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. I was very, very lucky, because my doctor 30 years ago asked me if I could please give him a urine test, a sample, and he immediately tested for sugar diabetes. And he put, in those days, they didn't do finger pricks like they do today. They did a urine test, and it immediately came back as sugar, glucose in the urine. He said to me, can I give another sample? Which I did. But at 19, you think, because you don't know anything about diabetes, I was very, very confused. And when I got home, when everybody asked me, why have you got to go to hospital? I said, they said that my sugar's a bit high.
Let's talk about some of the facts of diabetes. It's the leading cause of death in KwaZulu-Natal, in fact.
It has just been announced in the last 12 months that now diabetes has now succumbed over all illnesses as the leading cause of death in KZN. That is surprising, because the other leading causes of death were prevalent for many, many years up until that. So we really have an epidemic on our hands here that is particularly prevalent in KZN. And we've got something like 1.5 million KZN residents that have got pre-diabetes, so they don't even know they have diabetes at this stage. It's quite bad, yes.
And stats are about 600 million people are suffering from diabetes across the world.
Well, that is the predicted statistics by the end of this year. 600 million people worldwide equates to about 5 million in South Africa. That is what we're running at, about 3.8 million at the moment in South Africa. And we're estimating that up to 1 million don't even know they've got diabetes.
So somebody is diagnosed with diabetes, just as you were. The first thing they think of is panic, but you've turned your entire life around. I'd like to know about you being the first South African type 1 diabetic to run the Great Wall of China. That is absolutely unbelievable.
Yes, after my 2 successful comrades this year and last year, and doing many, many different marathons and ultra marathons and mid-mile, double miles, I decided that I would really go for a big one this time. And the Great Wall of China is rated the 3rd hardest marathon in the world. It's 42 kilometers. Probably about 60% of it is run actually on the wall. And the wall is not dead flat. It is over 5,000 steps. So I've really got my work cut out here.
It's amazing. So what would you say to people that are listening right now? They should go and get tested for sugar?
I always feel tops. And when I'm not feeling the best and I'm not feeling healthy, then first of all, what I do as a diabetic, I check my blood sugar. I have a little machine that I walk around with. It's a quick, instant, 2-second blood test that is done on the fingertip. And if that proves to be a normal figure between 4 and 7, then I'll start looking at other different things that could be wrong with me. But number one, as a diabetic, I check my blood sugar first. But as a non-diabetic, if you're not feeling tops, if you're not feeling on top of the world, if there's a reoccurring infection, if you have a sore throat, if you're getting up multiple times in the night, you're insatiable thirsty, you're losing weight, it's time to go and see your doctor. And on that point, anytime you go and and see the doctor, it is always best for your doctor to check your blood sugar, whether you're going for stitches, whether you're going for a sore throat, whether you're going for any reason whatsoever, is a quick test which takes 2 seconds, and that can tell you exactly what your blood sugar is. It's very, very important that all of our GPs test our blood sugar, every single one of us. It would be very nice if everybody in KZN, especially Durban, will join us on the 29th of November, Durban beachfront, for the World Diabetic Walk. It'll be a day of awareness. You'll get to know a lot about diabetes on that day, and it really will be a nice, enjoyable day. Please also, everybody, just go and have your blood sugar tested at your pharmacy, at your doctor. It's a 15 Rand test. It is really worth your health.